So I was watching this in class. Someone went and did this. They went like this, they went like that, and then they reached and they almost fell over. And the question was why do I keep falling over? Well, the reason they're falling over is they're stepping, planting, and then they're reaching, and then they're stuck on that foot and they keep falling. Number one, when you do this hit, you don't plant. You hit them with that foot up in the air because you were trying to launch through them and sprint off that back heel. So as this goes like this, you go through them. If you meant it, it would be more of a violent pop up into the head, up and back. And so I watched them do it, and I'm seeing this. They're going through, but still they're reaching. Then I was like, all right, this is why. So when you guys do this, it's not just important that you go with the front foot. What's important is you load the weight also. So if I go with the front foot and I hit him like this, but all my energy is falling, I'm not in control of my technique. But if I go like this and I load my weight down into my hip, even though my foot is coming up, so it kind of goes like this, right? There's like a two-way action. This comes up, this comes down, and as this is coming up and I load, then it allows me to explode through the body and pop. So we're like this, I'm here, bang, I'm through him, and I drive him back. It could be done with the forearm, right? It doesn't matter. If I was coming this way and I wanted to come through like that, you know, there's so many different variations of this. You can even do it when you punch, right? You can set, explode through like that. But the key is, if you plant the foot and stick there, you're stuck. But if your foot is up and you put the weight back into that hip, so as you can propel, you can launch from that foot, it adds a significant amount of power to that strike. So if I go like this, 1, 2, it's okay. But if I go like this, and I pop, and I explode through with my whole mass, there's a ton of power on that. Just because you're throwing all of you through him. It's not just I'm using my hips and trying to drive. I want everything, my whole mass, my feet, my hands, bang, I'm through the technique. There's a reason in traditional arts they do cat stands. The reason you do cat stands is you gotta learn how to load. Unfortunately, most people do cat stands, they just load back on the heel. But if you were doing it and you understood how to load and sink your weight forward so that you had that propel from your feet, that's important too. So how you learn this real simple is you go into things like that and get a feel for where your heel is, and get a feel for how you can go on the ball of your foot, where there's no weight there, and then you can explode through the technique. Right, you gotta kind of feel it. You gotta feel where the weight shifts, how it sits, and how it wants to come forward, controlled. The other important thing is make sure you bring that back foot up. If you explode like this and drag, you're gonna lean. So make sure it comes up, explodes, second step comes. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave comments. Feel free to share. It helps the channel grow.